Backing up your Proxmox cluster doesn't have to be complicated. With Ahsay CBS, you can easily protect every node in your environment all in one powerful unified platform. We'll show you how quick and seamless it is to set up your Proxmox cluster backup. With Ahsay's Backup Assistant or AVM, you can automate the backup and restore of multiple Proxmox nodes right from your Ahsay CBS console. The platform now supports multi-destination backups of Proxmox VE to both cloud and local storage, with built-in deduplication and compression to improve efficiency and reduce storage costs and use. You can also configure the MFT settings specifically for VMs with NSFTP partition to exclude deleted and swap files for faster, smaller, and more optimized backups. If you want to learn how to protect and keep your Proxmox cluster secured, let's go to my screen and keep on watching. Setting up your Proxmox cluster backup set is just almost the same with how you set up a standalone Proxmox VE backup set. To start with, log into your Ahsay CBS Web Management Console. Go to User, select Backup Set, and click the Add button to create a new backup set. Click the drop-down menu for Backup Set Type and select Proxmox VE Backup. To backup and restore your Proxmox cluster, you need to set up our Backup Assistant or AVM on your Proxmox server. It's a dedicated virtual machine running Debian Linux, and it contains the backup agent that handles both backup and restore tasks. A list of steps will be provided for client's reference. To do this, click on the hyperlink text to download the script. To proceed, open a third-party application such as WinSCP to transfer the script file to the first node of the Proxmox VE server. Log into the Proxmox server using the root credentials. Locate the script file and simply drag and drop to upload to the Proxmox server. After the script file is uploaded, go to the Proxmox server. Take note, deployment of AVM to Proxmox server supports root accounts only. In this server, there are a total of 2 nodes. To backup a node, you'll have to deploy an AVM to each node. Click on the first node you intend to backup. Then, click Shell on the second column. Run the script file. Press Enter or Enter Y to automatically create a backup set that includes all VMs on this Proxmox server. In this succeeding section, you will see the details of the settings for the Assistant virtual machine that will be created. In scenarios where you have multiple VMs with similar VM name in your server, take note of the VM ID to easily track your AVM. In this case, it's VM 101. The default VM name is Backup Assistant. You will be given an option to update the settings. Enter N to update or C for Exit Wizard. Otherwise, enter Y to continue creating the Backup Assistant using the default setting above. Then input the root password. The download process of the Backup Assistant image will begin. After the Backup Assistant is successfully created, check the list of VMs on your Proxmox server to confirm that the Backup Assistant exists. The newly deployed AVM now exists on the Proxmox server. Take note, after deploying the AVM, clients may have to wait for more or less 5 to 10 minutes before the backup set is created. When you check the notes of the newly deployed AVM, you will see this information, stating that the AVM is currently in the initializing phase. You may monitor the AVM's uptime in the same section. This information needs to be updated into this, which now shows the CLD update. When the AVM is ready, go back to your CBS server and click Confirm. A default backup set will be automatically created when the Proxmox VE server setup is newly detected for each user. Click the backup set. We can see here the AVM assigned for Node 1, which is the 101, while Node 2 is yet to be connected. Now that we have connected to the first node, let's now deploy to the second node. To proceed, you may still use the same script downloaded earlier for Node 1, but you must first transfer the script file to the Node 2 server using a third-party tool. Let's proceed with the same process as earlier and log in using the Node 2 server credentials. Locate the script file, then drag and drop. Execute the script and configure the settings as desired. For this, we'll keep all settings by default. Then enter the password to continue with the deployment. After the AVM has been created, click on it and wait again until the VM gets through the initializing phase and reaches the CLD update. Once deployment has been completed, go back to Ahsay CBS server and reload the page. We can now see Node 2 being connected. Before running the backup job, it is recommended to check the settings first and configure as desired. Let's have a quick look at some of the other important settings on our Proxmox VE backup set, such as source, backup schedule, destination, deduplication, retention policy, MFT settings, compression settings, encryption, and file viewer. From the general settings, you may rename the backup set. Below, you can also see the Proxmox server name, the available nodes, as well as the Proxmox version. All the nodes that we have AVM installed and connected to this user account are displayed. Each node is identified by its corresponding VM ID and IP address. Take note that only one AVM can be deployed on each node. If you need to change the API port or SSH port settings of your AVM, you may double-click on the node's corresponding AVM. Make your changes, enter the root password, and click Save to apply the changes. For this example, we may proceed by clicking Cancel. Open source. Take note, all virtual machines and disks from the Proxmox VE server are selected as the backup source by default. In addition, all VMs from all nodes are displayed in a single unified list. Unselect any VM or virtual disk you don't want to back up. You may use the default schedule, but for this, we'll create another one. Click the Add button to continue. When backing up virtual machines, there are two backup types available: full and incremental. Choose a backup type based on your needs. Full backup reads and backs up all the data blocks on VM disks, while incremental backup uses change block tracking, which only backs up changed data blocks since the last backup, making this backup job faster. Take note, due to Proxmox VE limitations, bitmaps for raw and VMDK disks are deleted when their VMs shut down or restarted, preventing CBT from identifying changed data. Therefore, a full backup will be performed even when incremental is selected. For this, let's select incremental. Next, rename the backup schedule, then choose from the different types of backup schedules, such as daily, weekly, monthly, or custom. For this example, we will select a daily backup to run at 1800 hours. After setting up your preferred backup schedule, click the Add button below. Proceed to the destination. As we will be selecting more than one storage destination, it is recommended to switch the backup mode to concurrent to allow simultaneous backups of your VMs to all destinations. This approach helps reduce the overall backup time, which minimizes any performance impact to the Proxmox server. Keep the default selection for the maximum concurrent backup destinations. For default Proxmox backup sets, the default destination is Ahsay CBS. Let's keep this selected and click the Add button to add a local destination. Including a local destination is also recommended for fast VM recovery option. It gives you the flexibility to restore data much quicker than from Ahsay CBS or cloud storage. Rename it. Keep SMB share path selected. Then enter the path to the local destination in Linux CIFS format. Tick the checkbox to enter the credentials of the machine to be used for local destination. Keep auto-selected for the version, then click the Add icon below. Moving on to the duplication. This setting is enabled by default. It removes all duplicate data blocks from your backup. The default settings are the optimal settings for the duplication and will result in up to 90% savings in storage space and costs for Proxmox backups. This will also further reduce network bandwidth usage and will allow for faster backups. Next is the retention policy. For this example, we will use a simple retention policy with a duration of 30 days. This provides extra protection, allowing us to recover any deleted or modified VMs for up to 1 month. Moving on, click Others and you'll see the MFT settings, compression settings, encryption, and file viewer. The MFT settings provides two options: exclude deleted files from backups and exclude swap files from backups. It is recommended specifically for Windows VMs with NTFS partitions to keep these settings enabled, as these options optimize backups by excluding unnecessary data, such as deleted files that still reside on disk, and large system swap files used only for temporary memory management, resulting in faster, smaller, and more efficient backups. The compression setting serves two purposes: enhancing backup performance and reducing storage space and storage costs. There are 4 compression types available: no compression, normal, fast, and fast with optimization for local. This compression type is selected by default. as it balances data compression speed, compression ratio, and CPU usage efficiently. The compression settings can be changed anytime. If the compression type is changed, the new setting will take effect on the next backup job. Meanwhile, the encryption setting uses the default setting, which is the most secure option as it uses AES 256-bit encryption technology and a randomly generated encryption key made up of 44 alphanumeric characters. As the default Proxmox backup set was created automatically, you may retrieve the encryption key by clicking on Mask Encryption Key. Make sure to copy, paste, and save. Encryption keys cannot be changed afterwards. If you need to change the encryption settings, then a new Proxmox backup set must be manually created. Your VMs will have to be backed up again from scratch. It is recommended to enable the file viewer to simplify the process of checking the backed up VMs or confirm if selected virtual disks have been backed up correctly. Make sure to tick the checkbox to enable the feature. Close this page by clicking Save. From the backup set page, you may directly execute the backup job. Make sure the option Backup is selected before clicking on Run. Since this is the first backup job, you can keep the setting on incremental. A full backup will automatically run by default. Proceed by clicking the Run Backup icon below. At the rightmost part of the backup set row, you may confirm that the backup is currently running. To monitor the backup job progress, go to Home page, then click Live Activities. The backup progress will be shown on the Backup Status tab. The job duration will depend on the size of the VMs or virtual disks being backed up. After the backup job, go back to the backup set page. Then open Report. We can see that the status shows OK, which means that the backup job was successful. To view the report, select the backup set you just ran. If you need to download the full report as a PDF file, the Download Report button will appear 10 to 15 minutes after the backup completes. Or, you may also use the file viewer to easily check the backed up VMs or virtual disks. Close this page and click File Viewer. If you have more than one destination storage, you may select which destination to view. Then select the backup set. We can confirm that all selected VMs, including the virtual disks, have been successfully backed up. That's how Ahsay CBS simplifies Proxmox Cluster backup, giving you full control, faster performance, and smarter data protection. With automated protection through our Backup Assistant, flexible cloud and local destinations, and intelligent features like MFT optimization, you can now keep your Proxmox Cluster backups efficient and cost-effective. Secure, reliable, affordable. Ahsay. Keep your data safe with us. If you want to learn how to secure your business and personal data, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Ahsay backup tips and insights.